I used to believe that Cartier was just a ladies' jewelry brand. I was wrong. I used to believe that Cartier couldn't really make great watches. I was wrong. I used to believe that I would never like a Cartier watch. Oh, I was so wrong. Meet the new Cartier Santos medium with the dusky green dial. Now, the Cartier Santos is widely considered the embodiment of sophistication, craftsmanship, and innovation. But why? In this comprehensive review, we'll delve into the intricate details and explore just that, and I'll also explain why the Santos has changed my opinions on Cartier. Now, this is gonna be a slightly longer video because I have so much to say about this incredible watch. For your convenience, I will be breaking this video down into these chapters, so feel free to skip to the part you're most interested in, although I would recommend staying for the whole video. I have a lot of good things to say about the watch, but there are also a couple of things that seriously annoyed me, and I'll talk about them more towards the end. By the way, I've also just created an Instagram account, The Watch Out Official, where I post some cool pictures and behind the scenes content. So if you can't get enough watch content already, feel free to check it out. Now back to the watch now. Cartier initially announced this new dial color at Watches and Wonders 2023, but has only just started distributing it to retail stores, making it extremely rare. I was impressed by the photos of this watch and really wanted to buy it and review it. Because I was on the lookout for it, I visited 5 or 6 Cartier authorized dealers in my city and even neighboring cities. It was on one of these trips that I randomly stumbled upon this watch just sitting in the ED's exhibition case. And the rest is history. Talking about history, most of you already know that the Cartier Santos was originally created in 1904 by Louis Cartier for his friend Alberto Santos Dumont, a Brazilian pilot and innovator. In 1904. That's 1 year before Rolex was even founded. By most accounts, the Cartier Santos is considered the first wristwatch ever. This iconic timepiece has stood the test of time and over the years has captivated watch enthusiasts and fashion connoisseurs alike. So it's not like Cartier is just a jewelry or designer brand making watches on the side. Cartier does have some serious watchmaking pedigree. Coming to the watch itself, the case has this rounded square shape with a striking blend of bold lines and elegant curves. The rounded corners and exposed screws are reminiscent of the original Santos design, paying homage to the watch's rich heritage. Above the Santos medium, which has a stainless steel case measuring 35.1mm wide and spans 41.9mm from lug to lug. The watch is also very slim, sitting flat at 8.8mm. The bezel has several finishes, with the upper surface being highly polished, while the second layer has a brushed effect. The overall package has a very pleasing refined look to it. On the side, we can find Cartier's trademark blue synthetic sapphire crown. I must admit, I secretly wish we had an emerald here to match the dial, but Cartier doesn't do that, and I know I'm being just too picky. The crown is easy to use and the winding action is pretty solid, and I have no complaints here. While the Santos isn't a dedicated sports watch, it boasts water resistance up to 100 meters, allowing for worry-free water activities. Sometimes, with a few watches, you want to be seen. You want your watch to be noticed and talked about. But there are other watches that aren't as loud and ostentatious. You wear these watches just for yourself. This is one such watch. Let me explain. The Santos has the distinctive Cartier dial with Roman numerals and sword-style hands. The hands also have decent, if not spectacular, loom. I think it's great that this watch has some loom at all. This new Santos has a mysterious fume green dial which is brighter in the center and merges with black towards the edges. Now I call this dial mysterious for a reason. Because of the color and light play, the dial usually only appears green to the person wearing it, while it appears grey, black or even purple to others. In fact, the dial does appear black or grey even to the wearer in many situations. But find the right light conditions and the dial will sparkle a royal emerald green. I guess there's an innate satisfaction in knowing that you have something special on your hand that will go unnoticed by others most of the time. But every time you look down at it, you will quietly enjoy its beauty. Okay, enough philosophy from me now. What I want to say is that this is just a beautiful dial, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Do you like the smoky green dial, or do you think Cartier should have done something different? Perhaps made it a little brighter or a different shade of green? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. The Santos is equipped with an integrated steel bracelet. Let me just say this bracelet is amazing. It looks premium, feels comfortable, and is convenient to adjust. In terms of comfort, it is comparable to Rolex's Oyster bracelet. Among watches I've tried, only the Rolex Jubilee bracelet feels more comfortable. I've also found that the brush bracelet is pretty scratch resistant, which is a big plus. The bracelet comes with a slick double fold or butterfly style clasp. Now, I'm not a huge fan of butterfly clasps, but this one is pretty solid. But I think this is the most high-tech bracelet I've ever used. This is thanks to the two innovations by Cartier. First, Cartier's Smart Link system, which lets you take out and add links without needing a tool. The system is so well built that the pins never leave the link, making it virtually impossible to lose them. As you can see, it can be done easily and conveniently. Isn't it amazing? The second innovation by Cartier is the quick switch mechanism, which lets you swap out the bracelet and strap without needing a tool. Taking the bracelet out and getting the strap onto the watch is as easy as this. A big thumbs up from me. Now this green dial version comes with a shiny green Swiss-made alligator leather strap. The strap is pretty thin throughout but looks premium and feels comfortable. Usually, straps feel less secure on my wrist compared to bracelets. I thought that would be the case here as well, but I was wrong again. Now this may sound weird, but this alligator strap actually wears like a bracelet. That's because this strap with the folding clasp is designed in such a way that it maintains its shape both on and off the wrist. It never feels loose like a traditional leather strap, but in fact it fits really well around my wrist and feels firm and secure. I know this is hard to articulate, and I feel that this has to be experienced to truly appreciate it. The presence of this clasp makes it a breeze to wear this strap. Also, I feel like the green alligator strap really makes this dial color pop. By the way, I'm also giving away this Seiko 5 watch to one subscriber to celebrate this channel hitting the 1000 subscriber mark. Check out this video up here or link down in the description to find out more about the giveaway. Before owning this watch, I never understood the appeal of square watches and used to think that the Santos looks odd. As you might have guessed by now, I was wrong again. The shape actually looks and feels great in person. The rounded medium-sized case with downward sloping lugs helped the watch sit perfectly on my 6-inch wrist, striking a balance between presence and wearability. Now the watch may appear slightly larger on camera, but lens magnification is real, and the watch looks more like this in real life. I would say that anyone with a 5.5-inch wrist or larger should be able to wear this watch comfortably. Overall, I find myself quite enjoying the Santos. Both the steel bracelet and the leather strap feel super comfortable and look great as well. By the way, I'd made a poll asking you guys which combination you prefer, the steel bracelet or the leather strap, and the overwhelming majority of you seem to prefer the steel bracelet. Cool, I think that makes sense, but personally I don't think I have a favorite so far. Powering the Santos is an in-house movement from Cartier, the MC1847, where the MC stands for Manufacture Cartier, and 1847 is the nod to the year the Maison was founded. This automatic movement beats at 4 Hz or 28,800 VPH and has a power reserve of 42 hours. Although not COSC or META certified, Cartier claims that each movement is individually and meticulously adjusted by a watchmaker to ensure high precision that meets the high standards of Swiss watchmaking. The movement is also tolerant to magnetic fields since it has been designed with non-magnetic components, aka silicon. Overall, this is a pretty solid and reliable movement. Perhaps it would have been cool to have an open case back to appreciate it. The watch comes with a standard 2-year warranty. However, registering with Cartier Care, which is free, extends it by 6 years, giving it an impressive 8-year warranty. That's 3 years more than the warranties offered by Rolex and Omega both. Very impressive. This is a new release from Cartier. In fact, this model is so new that it isn't even listed on Cartier's website yet. Cartier retailers have only just started receiving them, so it might be a little wait before you get your hands on one. Just like the white or blue dial Santos mediums, this watch retails at $7,050 or 7,750 euros. Take that, Europe. Okay, brand time. This watch has been in my hands for less than 2 weeks. The bezel, however, looks like I've crawled through a battlefield wearing it. I have not. In fact, I have used this watch as carefully as I could, but it's still showing a bunch of scratches on the surface. As a person who tries to keep his things pristine, this is my nightmare. This is by far the most easily scratchable watch I've ever used. Seriously, it feels like this bezel will scratch even if you look at it too intensely. Also being highly polished, the bezel is a fingerprint magnet with smudges showing easily and are pretty annoying, to be honest. These factors always make me hesitant before wearing this watch and doing rigorous activities, such as walking around the house or talking on the phone. Yo, honestly, even light, non-contact activities seem to leave some marks on the bezel. So I have to be super careful when using this watch, and I hate that a watch makes me feel this way. Lastly, I feel that the dial is too reflective. I know Cartier has treated the sapphire crystal with some anti-reflective coating, but I don't think it's enough. The reflections make it hard to see the green dial and also make it a pain to film. Apart from these niggles, I've had a great experience with the watch. The watch looks and feels amazing. The roundish, square case effortlessly blends classic aesthetics with contemporary flair. The green dial is pretty unique and can easily fly under the radar. Because it's not too flashy, you can easily dress the watch up or down. Both the bracelet and strap are excellent. Having the ability to adjust links or change the bracelet on the fly makes this watch super versatile. All this combined with Cartier's rich heritage, a solid movement, and 8 years of warranty make this watch an easy recommendation if you're okay with a scratch-prone bezel. The asking price is steep, but not exorbitant considering all you're getting. Before I bought this watch, I thought I would buy it, review it, and move it on. But after experiencing it for a few weeks, I find myself unable to let go of this fantastic watch. What's more is that this watch has forced me to reevaluate my prejudices against Cartier and installed a whole lot of respect for this maison. I have never been more happy to be wrong. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed my take, please do hit that like button. I'm a one-man team and every little bit of support helps the channel. Also, let me know what you think of the watch and what you think of Cartier as a brand. I usually read and respond to every single comment, so let's have a fun discussion down there. Okay, enough of me talking for one day. Have a good one and see you all very soon.